Today we are excited to have a conversation with Sai Sagar Patnaik, a remarkable professional with more than 17 years of experience in the world of films, television and radio. Known for his innovative ideas and strategic vision, Sai has made a significant impact on both Indian and international media. From creating popular TV shows and launching groundbreaking radio stations to contributing to the award-winning film Slumdog Millionaire, Sai's journey showcases his versatility and expertise. Join us as we explore his experiences and insights into the ever-changing media landscape. It's wonderful to have such a big media professional here. I'm just falling short of words. Tell us all about you. We just cannot wait for this conversation to begin. Firstly, tell us, how did you get into the media industry?
Me, because nobody from my industry was there in the family. That's the first thing. And the beauty over here is I was never planning to get into media. I finished my graduation. I went back to my dad's. We were from small village and we went there and I said, Dad, I want to open a kirana store, a grocery store. My dad said that I've wasted so much of money on you and then now you come and tell me that I want to open something, because nothing was happening in my life. But I didn't know what to do because everybody does computer science, so I did computer science, and then suddenly I realized that it's good to have a business. Then my dad says, what you're doing is wrong. And then one year I sat at my house, I was planning कि मैं chips बेचूंगा, rice बेचूंगा, ये बेचूंगा, ऐसा ये खोलेंगे. All this planning was happening, and one day my sister came and told me that this is what you were born to do this. And I said, maybe no. And then I applied in my mass communication in Pune. And I got through that admission, and then from that day onwards I have never looked back.
So you were glad that your father did not agree to your kirana?
Yeah, my father did not agree. My father said that, oh, this is what I spent money. He did not say anything to me. And that my parents have always encouraged me. But my sister, who told me that, this is what you're born here for. This is what you're doing. And then I switched.
So,
and from
that
day,
you could market it very well. You could talk about
it. Yes.
Wonderful.
And then I, from college itself, I got admission, like placement in the company. And from there, I've never stopped working till date. Yeah, it's been 20 years, almost 20 years actually. 2006 where I got into.
How did you get into the TV shows and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, adaptation of that? That's a huge name. What is the story behind that?
So I was in Delhi. I joined them in the company as a junior assistant director. Like when you start, and then what is the role that I was given was to look at the props for a show with Shruti Sheth called Mam Tumar Hum. I started my career with that. And I was doing props manager and all. And then I became my favorite of my company, my director and all. I was moved to Mumbai. And Mumbai, I was working with Siddhartha Basu. You know Siddhartha Basu, the quiz master of India.
Yes.
And then I became his right hand. I kept working, and then we got many, and we were the company who actually got international programs to India. You may take Who Wants to Become a Millionaire, or Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, or Power of 10 Das Kadam, or Jhalak Dikhla Ja, the name I was coined by me.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was Dancing with the Stars. Okay, so then we got it to India, and then we changed it to Jhalak Dikhla Ja. And then many shows, like Heartbeat is a show which is an international big format it was, and then we called it was a Heart Attack in America. It became Heartbeat. So we got a lot of formats from US. Even if you see the most popular show right now, which is called the stocks, people come with business and they give
Shark Tank.
The Shark Tank show. Okay, so we were the guy who actually worked on it. We developed the format and all, and then I moved to US. Then I switched my career to different companies, but it finally after 15 years it got into the market because the market wasn't prepared by then. Yeah, so many shows we got to.
So आप बहुत दूरदर्शी थे. You could see ahead.
Absolutely.
These are the shows that are going
Shark
to
Tank
make a big dent.
I get surprised when I see Shark Tank now. Oh my God, this was a show that we was working on. Yeah.
What does it take to bring these shows here and to even assess the market, whether the audience are going to be ready for that? Because at that time, you did not really have like internet, or like they were not like global channels. So how did you know?
So, India is always believed in innovation, okay, like US. So we always wanted to get something that Indian audience was prepared for, like a quiz, like Kaun Banega Crorepati. It could have been done, become a hit, even though there was no Amitabh Bachchan. I would not say that right now, but yeah, in the season 1, yes, it was a concept of money. Okay, it was not concept of Amitabh Bachchan factor.
Right.
Yeah, but though that show actually changed, I'm very small to say that, but that show actually changed Amitabh Bachchan's whole fate to the Bollywood. So the beauty over there is the people, the content, the questions. Like if I would talk about a promo of Who Wants to Become a Millionaire, okay, where so the actual English version of the promo, where the anchor is actually asking the question, and the person who is sitting in the hot seat, he answers, he thinks A, the audience who is watching thinks B. There's a dog who says there's an E, none of them, or something like that. Okay, so it's like the questions has to be involved by everybody. That's how the question, actually the back end of the whole show was Siddharth Basu, I would rather say, my boss, who was the quiz master. Yeah, the quiz made the whole difference.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
And everybody discussed, okay, we want Amitabh Bachchan, or how did that happen?
Amitabh Bachchan was available. Yeah, he wanted that break, and then yes, and who could better than do it as a personality? And then later, if you see in South also, Chiranjeevi started doing it, Nagarjuna started doing it, or in Vijay Sethupathi started doing it. So people, big stars got this. Show has become the longest running show in India.
True.
Yeah, absolutely.
Started in 2000?
Yeah, started in 2000s. Yeah.
24 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still running. Wow. Now let's talk about another one, Godrej Khelo Jeeto Jio.
Yeah.
What was that about? And talk about the key elements for success for this show. And how did you manage to create a format replicated in multiple languages again?
Yeah, so Godrej actually was, Godrej is one of the biggest, what do you say, home, they're into home, they're into furniture, they're into your daily goods, they're into multiple things.
Right.
So they actually reached out to us to come with a format that will help generate the revenue to grow up. And then we were working with Star and all, and Star's creative director came to us and then said, okay, let's come up with a concept. So I was the guy who was given the project to think about a concept. So we thought of what could happen when you for a Godrej, a Godrej, because you cannot just promote Godrej because that's not going to work. And we were given a prime time slot on 3 different channels of Star Network, Star Plus, Star Utsav, and there was one Star English channel was there, Star One, yeah. So when we started preparing the format, we realized that what can be done, because Godrej was also getting into selling homes. So now if we tell somebody that, giving Crorepati 1 crore is different than giving them a house. So Godrej Khelo Jeeto Jio was, the actual name was Kaun Banega Makan Malik. That was the actual show name. And then we wanted to give a house. Then we said, okay, Makan Malik, Kaun Banega looks same. And then we did a lot of it. It took 8 to 9 months, 1 year to develop the product. And then we said, okay, how about giving away everything of Godrej? A house, microwave oven to Godrej, washing machine to everybody. So we created different rooms, kitchen room, this room, that room. And it actually worked very well. And in the end, we designed a vault also. If you crack the vault, you win a house. So it was pretty interesting. It got very successful in the market. And then it went to South.
And you won some awards also for that.
Yeah, I won some awards also. Yeah, it was a long time back. Yeah, 2009. Yeah.
Wonderful. What challenges did you face launching India's first 24/7 travel channel? How did you compete with established channels?
So those channels were, so I was, after I moved out and I got enrolled in non-fiction, because I kept doing non-fictions for 5 to 6 years, and then they asked me to join as a creative guy. So I went there, and then I realized that this market is you have talent, right? TLC was an international format. NDTV Good Times was more of a skin show TV channel. It's a live, feel-good TV channel. So what the agenda of our TV channel was to launch a travel tourism channel, promoting tourism. So in tourism, because that was a space which was empty, we got into that, and we actually beaten the TLC and Good Times and all in those period. Yeah, it was one of the successful TV channel by that time.
What are the critical factors for successfully launching new radio stations? How do you connect with diverse audiences?
So TV, the moment when you do TV, you know what TRPs are, how TRPs change the game. The TRPs are all they were, right? Even in USA also, TRP, television rating points, makes the difference. That's what will get you advertisement and all. So when you start getting into a radio station, that to an Indian market where there you have more than 7 radio channels in one city, you compete with 7 to 10 radio channels at a time, and then you have to beat the market. So then yes, content research, market strategies, doing the right thing, and being working with radio industry, you got to be very, very creative guy, because in television, yes, your lights, camera, action, everything works, but suddenly when you come to radio, you are not in visual medium. But then that's what I learned. You are actually more working bigger visual medium in radio, because radio, like I'll give you an example. Do you visualize what is the size of the Titanic ship?
It could carry thousands of people, I can tell you.
What is the
that.
size in your mind?
I wouldn't be able to make a wild guess.
Yeah,
also.
it's a 75 ship, because that's what you watch in a cinema theater, right? But the moment when you come to radio, because it's a visual medium, because you can make the size big, right? So radio is a visual medium. Like this famous Tapas Sen, the chief program officer, he told us that radio is visual medium. It's not an audio medium. So you have to start doing visuals. I came up with a lot of concept, a visual story concept I came up with. I came up with a concept called Mirchi Love that time, when I was in Hyderabad, and then that became a TV channel, a radio channel altogether, different frequency altogether. Wow. So these are the things. Yeah, radio is all about strategies, market, creativity, coming up with solutions, coming up with great solutions, great content that makes a difference. Yes.
How challenging was it to launch it in US?
Oh my God, it was very, very challenging.
How much time did you take to do this?
It took me almost an year to plan and come here, because for any Indian guy coming to USA is always an expensive thing, right? Because you from rupees to dollar, it's like not dollar to rupees. So yes, US market was very, very challenging, and because the moment when you come from India, your mindset comes with a lot of Indian experience. It's not global experience, because audience are different, audience are little old. They are not the same kind of audience what you see in India on a day-to-day basis. They don't ride scooters here. Okay, they're rich, affluent, and those audience come with a lot of good memories. Like one of the research point what I could say is that when people who came in 90s, they still believe India is in 90s. Okay, people who came in 2000, they always still believe 2000. Even I came in 2019 to America, I still believe India in 2019. But one of my friends showed me Mumbai's picture. I thought, oh my God, this is Mumbai or New York, I thought. Yeah, so world keeps changing, but for us it is the same India. Okay, so now the content that you offer in America should be the person who is in 90s, or it's nostalgic market. But when I came, I thought that. But now, when after 5 years, when you say it's not nostalgic market, because you are in the world of digital. So the content that you are producing right now, you are competing with somebody who's producing in India. Your TikTok video in USA is competing with TikTok video in somewhere else. Yeah, who's making 1 million views. So you're in the world of digital media, so you have to come up with great content with great responsibility that comes in.
How are digital platforms and social media changing the consumption of South Asian content in the US? And what strategies have you used?
So basically, yes, social media, digital world, yes, you cannot take your eyes off from that. That is the one who is always there for you. How much time we spend on social media right nowadays? There's a growth of 40% right now. People are getting into social media. They have no time. Their attention span has gone down completely. Right. So because of social media, your Insta Reels, your TikTok Reels, not more than 1 minute. If you're watching more than 1 minute, maybe something's wrong with you. Okay, wrong with your consumptions towards media. So media is changing, and how you stand, the international media, the actual media of USA, the mainstream media USA, they know the game. They are changing. Okay, there are morning shows which are happening. So that social media thing, because social media is also representing a kind of data to you. Okay, because social media also gives us live data. The way they are choosing the content. Okay, so use social media, the social media audience. How will you use that? How is your media actually taking that content and putting on social media and getting the views? So that it has to be a win-win situation between both of them. Yes, the market is changing. The strategies will have to be there in place.
How do you navigate cultural differences between Indian and American media markets?
I would say there's no cultural difference. There's no cultural difference. When I feel hungry, I'll go and eat Burger King. I know where to take the Burger King. But the problem is there's no cultural difference, but actually when you put together, it becomes a larger media. Right. The mainstream media, the South Asian media, if you put them together, it's a larger media. Because that South Asian who's sitting in America can also consume that media. He's not like, I'm not going to consume that media. He's going to consume that media and your media. For him, the plethora to choose content is higher. Like if the recent movie which came of Marvels, okay, the Deadpool story, every Indian has gone and watched. And tomorrow a Kalki movie which released 1 month back, everybody went to watch. So for both the Hollywood and Bollywood movie, the Indian audience is there. And it's not like the Indian guy has watched in a dubbing Hindi film. No, he won't. He speaks good English because he's well educated. So then this both market, I won't say cultural difference are there, but yes, you have a big plethora to offer.
Very true. What advice do you have for emerging South Asia media professionals to stand out in the niche markets?
Yes. So you have been, including me, we have been given responsibilities. It is our responsibilities to take that job and do it in a perfect way. Not like, yes, there's no competition, so I won't offer good content. No, there is no competition, but yes, it is your responsibility. You have been got into media, you got to offer them a right content with the right thing. And yes, if you come from a lot of experience, then use it. Just don't give it up to the public. Yes, kuch bhi chala do. Nahi, kuch bhi nahi chalaoge aap. You are your first, you have to do your litmus test first, whether you will watch the content or not. If you're not liking the content, then do not even air it. But if you do it, then you're doing an injustice to the content.
That's very true.
And the people.
Give me some kind of a prototype of a show that you could conceive for the market here.
Right now I've got multiple things in my brains right now. Like, no, I'm planning something for Netflix. There are kind of Indian quiz show I actually want to do in America, which is in my brain right now, but in my pipelines. And then a young kid show. Okay, when I say young kid show, the show should be around 18 to 25. What do they actually like? Are they lost? The lost kids, something like that. I'm actually planning. Who's not, neither he belong here, doesn't belong. There are a lot of cultural differences between both of them. And
so that would be like a reality show, like a
no
talk
reality
show?
show. What I'm planning for Netflix, the rich Indians, okay, who are like Big Boss kind. And the other one that I have in my brain is the young kids who are lost. It's a fiction that I have. Would like to do it, yeah.
So you are writing these, or are you like?
No, I have got
planning?
concepts and all, but yes, if things work out, then I'm going to reach out to an American director. I don't want to do it right by myself because it doesn't belong to my expertise. I'll give those concepts. And there are a lot of concepts that I worked, like recently Knock Knock, which was successful.
Knock,
yeah.
yes.
So those were concepts which actually works for the community. So those ideas keeps popping up and people are
Knock Knock was a beautiful community outreach program.
Yes, and it has got a lot of potential to grow if it's done well.
Wonderful. How do you ensure South Asian media in the US reflects diverse voices and promotes inclusivity?
So yes, South Asian, the problem here in South Asian is yes, Punjabi population came in 60s. Gujarati population came in 70s, and then there was Hindi population is always there because they all belong to HSM market, Hindi speaking market. And then from 90s, Telugu population started jumping in, okay, and it kept coming, 70 to 80% growth, which was there in last 10 years. Okay, so now it's a totally diverse population. Now if you see Dallas, they say it's a little Telugu market. But according to me, it's wrong because you are forgetting Pakistanis who are there. Okay, so it's actually Hindi market. When I was launching a show in station in Dallas, I realized it's a Telugu market. Let's do a Telugu show. No, then we realized no. So the problem is, do not go with your assumptions. The audience is there. If it's a Hindi speaking market, it is a Hindi speaking market. Do not blindfold yourself and say, no, let's do Telugu shows or let's do Punjabi shows. No, Punjabi people also listen to Daljit Dosanjh when he came. You think no Telugu South Indian would have gone, or no Hindi speaking would have gone, only Punjabi? No, it's a star driven market.
Right.
Yeah.
Very true. How do you approach collaborations between South Asian media and mainstream American media for successful integration?
Yes, so it's like I would rather say bring them on board. Start working with American mainstream people. You'll get a lot of ideations. My whole career have worked with international media, with Indian media, and then once you collaborate with your experience, because they're always, mainstream media is always on top because they have got money, they have got people they have got it. So it's a big market.
It is, but I don't see them like really putting in their money in the South Asian
Yes,
media
because there's
and
a
market.
problem here. The problem is, are they getting the right thing? At least getting a preview, like visible data. Show me something that I really want to do it. Okay, like for example, if I tell you a YouTube video, how will you judge a YouTube video? Based on the views, based on the algorithm. You cannot just put 1 hour video and then see, because YouTube gives you live statistics. So they need data. They need that kind of reach. And right now everything is being digital. Yes, they will be getting data, and maybe they're not happy with the data that they're receiving. Because they are not like, they have got $1 million spend, right? So they will have strategies. They will look at the numbers and they'll spend.
What unique challenges and opportunities do you see for South Asian media in the US, and how do you adapt to audience preferences?
So South Asian media is a virgin market, I would rather say. It has been explored maybe 5 years back or 10 years back, and then it saw its downfall. Again, it's booming up. So it's a virgin market. You have the entire field to deploy, and you can actually make this a big media. Because problem is, you have the positive things, you have right people with right pocket size, everything is there. You will have international clients, they are waiting for you. The mainstream clients are there waiting for you.
For example,
I would rather say iHeartRadio getting into Hindi channels. Why hasn't it gone? Have we offered that? Or Audible getting into Hindi market, or Netflix is opening a studio in this thing. How about, and it's in New Jersey, which has got maximum South Asian population. So how are we going to claim that we can also contribute? Metro Park season 1 was successful, season 2 did not pass. Why? You had an opportunity, right? Why didn't you do it well then?
So what wasn't done right for
It was
Metro Park?
this content become very stale. Season 1 you offered, you cannot make fun of Indians living in America always in every episode. Okay, until one point you can hear that. Okay, but look at your people in social media making fun of this is living in Canada, this is living in America, and look at the views they're getting, millions of views. How are they getting it? Because they are working on it. We are not working on it.
So content is the king.
Content is the king. The guy who's doing a daily video he does on Canada, saying that today I woke up and I went to Costco, I did this. He gets million views, man. Indians are watching in Canada because they cannot collaborate. But the person who's sitting in Canada or US can relate to him.
Very true. And people in India are always curious about what's happening.
They are, but not that much, right?
No, not that.
They don't care. But the guy who's sitting in US will relate to him.
What emerging trends or opportunities in South Asian media in the US are you excited about, and how do you plan to explore them?
There are people, like I would rather say ITV has been there, the longest TV channel. There are people, and they are believing that media is going to work. So these people are always there. There are many other people, many other companies which are there. They always believe, yes, it's going to work, and they are still holding the hope. If they and once they start getting into the right thing, right people, right content, and there is competition and all, everything is going to change, and they will change. But you just have to hold your fingers and do not get old into the old content. Come up with fresh ideas always.
Yeah. And who do you sell those ideas to?
Clients and TV channels. The problem is not about the investors. There are investors. There are people who've got loads and loads of money here. But if you're not going with them the right content, then nothing will work. So I have content, you will have content. And then once we prepare something on board, and then Netflix honors such kind of content, Amazon will honor, Hulu will honor, but you have to come up with fresh content. Yeah.
So Sai, thank you for sharing your experiences and expertise with us today. We look forward to seeing your future endeavors and the continued impact of your work on the media world. Thank you so much for talking to us in ITV Gold.
Thank you, Nidhi, for your time. And then I also look forward for your future, and then how do we work together?
Absolutely. Looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Nidhi.